Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at UniFi's Design Center and discovering how, from a homeowner's perspective, this tool could be useful for you. Two of the notable features that we'll be covering today are the signal strength mapping, which is where you can place access points on your floor plan to see how far the signal will go. And also we'll be dropping in cameras so we can see their view angles and figure out where we might have dead zones. That's enough yapping, let's dive right in. So first things first, you're going to need a topographic photo of your home. Google Earth might be the perfect resource for fetching that photo. In my case, I'll be using this depiction of a suburban home that has a lot of unique features. Now on design.ui.com, we're going to go ahead over to the floor plan section on the left and then hit the upload floor plan button. Here we're going to name it YouTube Test and we're going to browse files for that photo we saved. Alright, now with that uploaded, we're going to set the scale of our image. Now I know this house is 50 foot long, so I'm going to go ahead and click here and say that is 50 feet. The scale's now been set and Design Center knows exactly how large this property is. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hit the Draw Walls button on the bottom, select Room, and since this is America and our houses are built out of paper, we're going to go ahead and hit Drywall Heavy Duty for the exterior walls. Now I'm just going to go ahead and sketch the square portions that I can. I'm going to hit Wall and connect this. We also have a little shed over here. We're going to go back to Room and go around that as well. And in my case, there's a wooden fence surrounding the property, so I'm going to go to Wall and select Wood. Now we're just going to trace the whole fence. Alright, now we're going to start drawing walls in our house. For this, I'm going to use Drywall Standard. Alright, we'll put a wall here. So there's the bedroom here. Here, the center could be the bathroom. Closet here. There's another bedroom here. We'll say the living room is walled off. Then maybe we have some sort of office here. And this can be the kitchen dining room area. I'm not an architect. Alright, let's throw some windows in. So we're going to hit window double pane. We're just going to drop a couple in. Here, one in the bathroom, other bedroom, this bedroom, and then we'll say we have a couple in the living room. Let's add a sliding door in the back. Door glass, and we're going to throw that in here. And we're going to use door metal and say there's one in the front, one going to this entry, one heading to the garage. And then we're going to use door metal to show the garage door, and we'll throw a couple in the shed. Alright, so that's the basic outline of our house. I'm not going to include this privacy fence for this demonstration, but now let's get to the fun part. Adding devices. So zooming in on the house and then hitting place devices, we're going to go ahead and hit Wi-Fi and we're going to look through the list. So for fun, let's sample an AC light. Now this is 5 gigahertz only, but as you move it around the house, you can see the attenuation of the signal. Now in this home, you can see just placing one access point in the dead center seems to be good enough, but we're not going to settle for that. What we're going to use is a U7 Pro XG, which is one of my favorite access points, and we're going to say we want one in the dead center of the kitchen, and we're going to drop a Pro wall in the back by the bathroom. Now before we take a look at our signal strength, we're going to go ahead and set our channel width. So for 5 gigahertz, we're going to set that to 80. And for 6 gigahertz, we're going to set that to 320. These are just the settings I use. I use 20, 80, 320 in my own network. We'll do the same for the XG. Now down at the bottom, we can go ahead and jog between the frequencies. So 2.4, blasting the entire house already. 5 gigahertz, contained within the house, a little bit in the garage, a little bit in the back. 6 gigahertz in the house only. Now that's probably fine. If you need the speed of 6 gigahertz, you're probably accessing a NAS and you'll probably be sitting on your couch anyways. Alright, before we fix the Wi-Fi in the garage, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the outdoor. So we're going to go to place devices and then hit Wi-Fi and outdoor. And one of my favorite devices is the U7 Outdoor. So now on this weird layout of a house, I'd probably drop one here, one on the corner of the garage, one on the corner of the shed. And we're going to go ahead and hit that first one on the house and then change it to the omnidirectional antenna. We're going to leave this one as the forward facing and I'll probably, let's see what this one does. Yeah, I'd leave that one as forward facing as well. From here, let's fix that dead zone on the right hand side of the driveway. We're going to go ahead and drop in another one facing here. Alright, so that's pretty good for this property. Let's take a look at our 2.4 gigahertz and see what we got. Alright, looks like we have 75% in the green and 25% in the yellow. If you're looking for an impeccable 2.4 gigahertz network, this is probably good enough. Let's hop over to 5G. Alright, so our 5 gigahertz network, you can see now it's more localized around the buildings, around the pool area, and around the shed. This is strategic because 5 gigahertz doesn't actually travel all that far. It does do pretty good, but you're never going to get perfect connection around the entire property without placing a ton of access points down. Alright, if we look at 6 gigahertz, it's just localized in the house. In my own opinion, 6 gigahertz is best used in the house. It's localized for high speed usage. The wavelength doesn't even go that far. When you get outside, it has diminishing results. So this just comes down to usage thing. If you need more than 500 megasecond, which I would say is just like the general average for 5 gigahertz, you could go ahead and drop in 6 gigahertz access points all the way around outside your house. They're not going to reach all that far unless you drop in a ton. But then you can reach those, 1, 1.4, 2 gig even network speeds that 6 gigahertz can provide. But to close the page on the Wi-Fi section of Design Center, this should get you started with doing your own property. Now let's take a look at them cameras. So back in place devices, we're going to go ahead and look at camera security. Now, if you're doing this nowadays, you're probably going to be looking at the G6 bullets, so I'm going to be targeting those. All right, let's drop a few around the house. Here, maybe one here, one on the shed. And you're a baller, so we're going to place one on the gate. All right, now let's adjust the views. There, probably there. Bring this one down, bring this one down, push this one over, and that one will cover the driveway. So now looking at the overview, these cameras can actually see way further than this depiction is showing in most cases. There's no good way of pushing these out further, but what they are good at is determining how wide the camera can see. So what I'm going to do is drop in a G6 entry so you can see the view difference between that and a G6 bullet. Now you can see it's a shorter throw and a bit skinnier than a G6 bullet. Alright, now if we're inside the house, let's go ahead and drop a G4 instant in. So we're going to say we have one in the living room, and then one in the back wall of the kitchen. And now you can even see how your camera footage will look inside of the house. Now looking at the overview of our property, we can go ahead and toggle between Wi-Fi and cameras. Now the last trick we can do is go ahead and export it as a PDF. So in floor plans, it'll ask what you would like to include. I'm going to remove all the others. And for the features, we're going to include it all. Project name, YouTube test, and we're going to hit export. Now at the top it says this may take a few minutes depending on your design size and complexity. Alright, let's take a look at that PDF that it generated. So here we have a full breakdown of all the devices that we place on the property. On page 3 it shows a breakdown of where we place our devices, albeit in pretty low quality. Page 4 shows the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi coverage. Page 5 shows the 5 gigahertz coverage. Page 6 shows the 6 gigahertz coverage. And finally page 7 shows the camera coverage. Alright, and I think that's where we'll drop this tutorial. Alright guys, I hope this video helped. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I hope to see you next time. Peace.